Hello team, today's challenge is letter distance, where we're given two strings, hopefully of equal length, and we need to compare their letters. So comparing A to the B in the second one, B to C in the second one, C to D in the second one, and figuring out what the distance between those what the distance between those is, and then tallying that up for each letter. So the words can be different lengths. There is a certain thing here where if we are close to the end, it's faster to wrap around than it is to go backwards, right? So instead of going A to X being whatever that is, 24 characters distance, we wrap around. So it would be YZ A, that would be 3, right? And that's what they've done here, where it's 3, 3, and 3 to make 9. Strangely enough, this is not the first time that we've seen this sort of challenge, right? The parameters of it have been different, but right over here with horoscope match back in July 12th, we did exactly the same thing where we had to calculate the distance between zodiac positions. And if it was easier to wrap around, so Pisces to Aries, then we were expected to do that. And with that code, we set up some data, our compatibility, because we needed that. But really, this was the bulk of the work, right? Where we got two positions. In this case, they were indexes. And we used those indexes to get some math. And then if it was easier to wrap around, we did that using math.min and sent it out the door. We will be doing all of these same 4 lines, five if you count the comment, right? We aren't going to do the comment, but these same 4 lines in our code today, okay? And all we need to figure out is what the math is or how we get these numbers, right? So back to the code. We are over here and we are going to do it. We're going to start off by setting up a total, okay? Because of the strings, because of the nature of strings, we have to loop over them and do the thing. So there is a bit of a for loop in here where we go let I equal 0 and I is less than string one dot length, just like this. Could it be string 2 dot length? Absolutely, right? You can pick it. In fact, we'll return to that a little bit in a few seconds for some little additions here, just to make sure that we're squared away, okay? But for now, string 1 or string 2 dot length and I plus plus, okay? Now inside of here, we need to get that stuff. So we need to get these two numbers and then do the math and send it out, okay? Well, we do that with, let's do char1 for character 1. We'll set that equal to string 1 dot charCodeAt, and that takes a number, a position in the string, which we have as I, right? So it all just sort of works out. We can do that same thing with number 2, where we grab this. This is going to be number 2. And then we do that math. So const diff, just like before, if I was spelling it right, const diff equals char1 minus char2, just like this. That should be a minus. I'm just hammering on my keyboard weird today, right? And then wrapping this up because we need an absolute number, right? We need a positive number here. So math.abs for that. And then what? Well, we send it out the door, right? So this is total plus equals the math.min part, right? And that's going to be diff or 26 minus diff, okay? Because if we do this right, we're only guaranteed to have a maximum of 21 characters, or sorry, 25 characters from 0 to 25, right? So 26 minus 25 is going to be 1, right? That's going from the letter Z to the letter A, right? Pretty straightforward stuff. So this is, in theory, safe, okay? Again, we're going to add a little bit more in a few seconds here, but if we drop down here and go total, we should get a passing test, and we absolutely do, okay? Now, what are those tests? Well, we should guarantee that we're getting lowercase letters, and we should guarantee that we're only getting alphabetical characters, okay? And that looks kind of like this. So we take the string. Could this be its own little function here? Absolutely, but string 1, 2 lowercase, replacing anything that is not an alphabetical character with emptiness, right? Doing the same with string 2, you'll notice that we do it in line because they're strings. It's pretty safe, right? We aren't going to be changing anything outside of this function, so it's okay. And we do exactly that. String 2 to lowercase, replacing anything that is an A to Z with emptiness, and then checking to make sure that the lengths are right. And then if all of that works, then we drop in here. Now, again, we have nothing that is going to do that, okay? If we did something like this, right? We're going to get that error message. We bring it back. We get the congratulations, your code passes. So again, pretty simple, right? We can start to reuse stuff that we've used in the past. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No reason to reinvent that wheel. If we already have a solution that works, then we can lean on it and just change the parts that we needed. In this case, we changed from index of to charCodeAt. Beyond that, it's pretty much the same thing, right? We added some tests just to make sure, but inside of here, that is the exact same code as that horoscope challenge, right? Again, not every solution, just hopefully one good solution. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you go a different way, right? Let me know all that good stuff in the comments. Otherwise, for today, this has been letter distance, and I will see you in the next one.